Dear learners, welcome to this session. Today we are going to discuss about document selection tools and techniques. As we know, there are different sections in the library, and acquisition section is one of the important sections of the library, and this document selection is the major work of the acquisition section. This section selects the document as per the needs of the users. Selection is essential in libraries because no library is able to purchase all the documents available in the market. So, they select documents as per the budget available, as per the needs of the users, and as per the space available in the library. So, document selection means to select the appropriate books for a library. It is the professional work of librarianship. Its objective is to select the right book for the right reader and at the right time. A very important definition of this book selection is given by ODLIS. It defines book selection as the process of deciding which material should be added to a library collection. These selection decisions are usually made on the basis of reviews and standard collection development tools by librarians designated as selectors in specific subject areas. This selection is based on their interest and field of specialization. In academic libraries, selection may be done by members of the teaching faculty in their discipline. Very large academic and public libraries may use an approval plan or blanket plan order to assist selectors. Library users also recommend titles for purchase, especially in libraries that provide a suggestion box. Suggestion box is a box kept in the library in which users put their suggestions regarding their needs. This document selection is done from the publications that publishers and other commercial firms, institutions, organizations and government bodies publish every year, both in print and electronic format. Selection is done taking into account the funds available for acquisition and space available. Space is the main thing which is taken into consideration while selecting the documents for the library, so that we will be able to accommodate additional resources in the library. Each library therefore has to have a book selection policy. This book selection policy helps the library staff while selecting the documents for the library, and they have to apply it strictly to build the collection on ongoing basis. This book selection requires the utmost care, skill, aptness and judgments. Why judgments? Because from the books they have to judge which are suitable for their users and collection. Depending upon the nature and size of the library, the librarian must frame a sound and workable policy for book selection. A written book selection policy exhibits techniques of how the library materials are to be selected. Selection policy is the good method of building well-balanced, useful and up-to-date collection, and an active process to expedite the qualitative acquisition plan and to design a planned dynamic stock of books or documents which will attract the readers towards the library. So, this book selection is an important technique for maintaining the book stock in the library. Book stock means here book collection. Overall, user views should be taken into consideration for purchase of books and experience of librarians. That also plays an important role in this book selection process. Book selection policy may be developed keeping in view the quantity and quality of existing library collection. What we are having presently in our collection and what needs to be added in the present collection. The present and anticipated reader needs are also to be taken into consideration. Future need means anticipated needs. We must think about the future needs of the library and its user also. The current budget position of the library and its staffing. How much budget is available presently with the library and how much staff is there in the library to maintain the present and the future collection. All these things should be kept in mind while deciding about the book selection policy. So, the book selection policy is the major component or the major policy of the library on which this whole selection is based upon. Book selection policy enables the library to achieve quality, objectivity and consistency in the process of selection and ensures that resources satisfy the information needs of the customer or the users of the library. One thing that is also important in relation to selection is acquisition of priced publication, because we are paying for these publications and acquisition of priced publications also requires selections of appropriate publisher, suppliers under agreed terms and conditions of supply. So, what library do? They select publishers, suppliers, vendors for the supply of these documents and they places orders to these vendors, suppliers, agents, etc. Selection of suppliers has to be made very carefully, as in certain cases payment to suppliers is made in advance, means we pay the whole amount of the books to the supplier in advance. So, suppliers or vendors should be authentic, credible in their field. We have different publishers and suppliers for print and non-print documents. Print means like books, journals and non-print like databases, e-books, e-journals, etc. So, talking about the categories of publisher, generally trade publishing houses, companies, booksellers and others. They publish books, serials, periodicals, indexing and abstracting sources. There are not-for-profit publishers also like learned societies, professional bodies. They publishes journals, conference proceedings, technical reports, etc. These publishing agencies, these are the called as the not-for-profit publishers. They concentrate on generally the material which is not available through ordinary publishing houses or booksellers. Similarly, government agencies like ministries, departments, directorates and such other agencies, they also publishes different documents. These documents may be their reports, notifications, gazette notifications, etc. So, following things or following points help us in the book selection process. While doing the book selection, it is good to read the book reviews of the books which we are going to purchase. These book reviews help us to know about the actual status or the actual value of that book. Similarly, reader suggestions, they are also very helpful while selecting the books for the library. In academic libraries, recommendations from the various heads of the department, suggestions of the library staff are also important, because library staff, they knows the demand of the users, because they are in the direct contact of the users and they know that users are asking about which documents. Similarly, the heads or the teachers or the faculty members, they know about the requirements of the students. One more thing that also helps in the book selection process is monitoring of interlibrary loan request. Looking at these requests will help to identify specific titles or topics that are lacking in the library collection. These are titles and topics that customers have obviously expressed interest in borrowing. Items selected this way should fit in with the mission and selection policy of the library. So, it is the responsibility of the library staff to keep an eye on the interlibrary loan request also. By this way, they will become aware that what users are looking for, what are the documents which are not available in our library, but they are getting these documents from other libraries. So, this also help them while selecting the documents for the library. These are some of the factors which help us while doing the selection work in the library. In selection of material for academic libraries, teachers generally play a very dominant role, but one must not overlook the needs of the student for broadening their knowledge and vision through reading material of general nature. So, generally what academic libraries are doing? They are selecting the documents according to the curriculum or the syllabus of the school, college or the university. But it is the responsibility to go beyond syllabus also and to collect the material which enhances the knowledge base of the users of the libraries. So, we have to select documents those who are having popular interest, means documents should be of popular interest. Those documents are to be selected which are having great demand among the users. Documents should have permanent value. Permanent value means if they are usable today, they will be usable or of great demand in future also. So, libraries what they do, they generally avoid purchasing documents, those documents which are not having any permanent value. Currency of information is also very essential while selecting documents for the library. So, for this what library staff do? They check the publication year of the document. This way they came to know how update the information is there in the present document. Similarly, significance of the subject matter, whether the present document is according to the subject of the library users or not. Then we have to ascertain our user needs, and for ascertaining user needs we have to study the objectives and missions of the parent organization or the sponsoring bodies from which the library is attached. Library staff, they also study suggestions received from users. They study information received through survey, questionnaires from user community. What library do? They collect feedback through survey and questionnaire, and while selection they take into consideration the suggestion given by users through these survey and questionnaires. Study of syllabi of courses of study of the academic organization or the body is also essential while selecting the documents for the library. Then studying the research projects and programs of the parent body also helps in the selection of these documents. Similarly, libraries, what they do, they provide SDI service, and for providing this SDI service they maintain profile of users. So, these users profile study also help the library staff to do this selection work. Even what is the responsibility of the library staff, because these research projects they keep on changing. So, familiarity with the research topics or the research project is very essential for the library staff. Then studying about the nature, history and culture of the user community is also needed while doing the selection work. This helps the library staff to collect the relevant documents for the users community. After this selection or during this selection procedure, scrutiny is also being done. The purpose of scrutiny is to rule out the possibilities of unnecessary duplication. This is done by checking the mark items with the following. So, to avoid duplication, what library staff do? They do the scrutiny. They do the scrutiny related with selected item by checking the books selected, means earlier selected books, those books which are selected earlier for ordering. They do the scrutiny with the ordered items, means those books are on order. Then they do the scrutiny with the books received in the library and books which are in process, means the books which are in technical section for technical and physical processing. And for the items already available in the library, they do scrutiny with the catalog of the library. So, this way doing scrutiny with all these documents, the library staff avoids duplication in the selection work. Then this is also a very important aspect of selection, to select the form. In which form, printed or electronic, printed or digital, we are going to purchase the documents. We know that now print resources are becoming available in electronic form also. An important consideration in library acquisition is to determine the format in which a document should be acquired. For example, we are having many forms in which documents are available, like print format, books, documents, magazines are available. In the visual form, maps, photographs, charts are available. In the audio media, audio tapes, CDs are available. In the motion media, videotapes, DVDs, streaming videos are available. Similarly, we are having web pages, video, audio, visuals in the web format. Electronic databases are there, both of local and remote category servers. Then softwares are also there related with reference and other material. So, libraries, they have to decide in which format they have to acquire the document. Then we are having certain selection criteria. Based upon this selection criteria, generally libraries, they select the documents. Here again ODLIS defines selection criteria as the set of standards used by librarians to decide whether an item should be added to the collection, which normally includes a list of subjects or fields to be covered, level of specialization of the users, editions, currency, language and formats, large print, non-print, abridgments, etc. This selection criteria usually reflect the library's mission and the information needs of user. But selection decisions are also influenced by budgetary constraints and qualitative evaluation in the form of reviews, recommended core list and other selection tools. So, this selection criteria helps libraries to procure or to acquire documents for different category of users. For example, if we are having differently abled users in our libraries, we need audiobooks, we also need braille books. So, these things are to be kept in mind while doing the selection work. So, these are the 5 important things which will be considered while selecting the document for the library. First is authority. Authority means the authoritativeness of that source. For example, who is the author of that book or document, who is the publisher of that source. So, authority itself gives a clear picture whether that document is good or not, because some authors and publishers, they are very renowned in their field. The next point in this selection criteria for print sources is scope. What is the coverage of the document? Whether that is subject specific, whether that is national or international, whether that is up to date or not. These things are taken into consideration while checking the scope of the document. Treatment is the third point, which means whether the contents are treated properly or not. For example, if we are going to select a children's book, we evaluate that the language given in the document is according to the child needs or not, whether illustrations are there, whether illustrations are clear or not, according to the need of the child. Then format is also important. Format here means as we know that these books are available in hardbound as well as in paperback format also. So, whether we are going to purchase hardbound book or paperback book. Similarly, the quality of the pages, whether glazed papers are there or normal papers are there. So, all these things will be checked while doing the selection work. Similarly, arrangement is also important, because arrangement is helpful in browsing into that document, especially the reference sources. They are having very huge volumes, and arrangement helps the users to know about that information, to know about their information easily. Arrangements will be chronological, alphabetical, subject wise, etc. So, according to the needs of the user, these library staff, they check the whether the arrangement is suitable for the users or not. Then we are having different selection criteria for electronic sources also. We know that libraries only get access rights to e-resources and not their ownership, and that too under negotiated licensing terms and conditions. Therefore, the team that is to be constituted for selection of resources must include not only information technology experts, but even persons with legal expertise also, because these licenses, they are very technical in nature, and sometimes the library staff, they do not know about these technicalities. So, while selecting electronic resources, we see their access, whether they are accessible to all the library users, because their access is limited to certain number of users. Then support, whether they are compatible with our existing hardware and software available in the library. What type of contents they are having, PDF format, other formats, image formats, many formats are there for electronic sources. So, whether those contents are easily downloadable by the users or not. And the last important point in electronic sources is cost, whether the cost is as per the needs of the users or not, or as per the budgetary requirements of the library or not. Then some selection aids are there. These are the tools or the techniques which help in the selection process. Selection aids or tools provide necessary information about books, their contents, bibliographic characteristics, physical formats, possible uses and where they can be obtained. There is no single selection tool capable of providing all the information needed by the librarian in purchasing book and other materials of the library. Current list of books which are produced in the form of pamphlets, bulletins, leaflets, announcement folders, etc. All these are aids or tools which helps in the selection process. Similarly, catalogs and bibliographies, national bibliographies, subject bibliographies, current reviews, special lists that give data on books recommended or booksellers or core publications in a subject area or discipline also helps in the book selection process. Then this selection is of two types, current selection and retrospective selection. Current selection means the selection which involves purchase of titles that are new or recently published or released. Retrospective selection, in some cases we go back, buy and purchase materials that were published during an earlier time. We require these types of documents for our users if some new thing is started in the organization. So, when you do anything retrospectively, you are going back in time. Retrospective acquisitions means you are filling in gaps or buying historically significant resources that you should have in your collection. This type of selection often occurs when a new program or project is added to the parent organization. Then these are the selection tools for addition of new publications like national bibliographies including trade catalogs, reviewing journals, directory of serials, advertisement material brought out by publishers from time to time. These are the selection tools for addition of old publications like print catalogs of older libraries, standard subject bibliographies, catalogs of booksellers selling second hand books, because sometimes the old books they are not available through the normal booksellers or the vendors. So, at last we will discuss about the categories of selection tools. For example, publisher catalogs, bookseller catalogs, the important sources are current catalogs published by Macmillan, catalog of Oxford University Press. Similarly, book trade journals like Publisher Weekly or Bookseller. Book reviewing journals like Book Review, Literary Trust published from New Delhi and Times Literary Supplement published from London. It is a very important source called as TLS. Then abstracting journals like International Political Science Abstract, national bibliographies like Indian National Bibliography, British National Bibliography, then survey type bibliographies like bibliography published by UNESCO. So, we are having serials directory also like Ulrich International Periodical Directory. This is a very famous source for selection of periodicals. Union list of serials in libraries of United States and Canada. Then we are having sources for bibliographic verification also like Indian books in print and then books in print. We are having printed catalogs of major libraries like National Library of India, British Library and then Library of Congress. We are having selection tools for electronic sources also like LexisNexis, EBSCO and then Gale directory of databases. We are having publishers and booksellers directories also to know about the publishers and booksellers like All India Book Trade Directory. So, these are the tools which are helping us in the book selection process. So, today we discussed about book selection tools and techniques. What is book selection? What is the criteria of selecting books in the library and how these are selected. Certain principles are also there. This process, the selection is guided by certain principles developed by scholars like Dury, Divi and Ranganathan, which we are going to discuss in the coming videos. So, this criteria, this helps us in selecting the documents and books for the library, and they help us in providing needed documents to the users according to the budget of the library. So, these book selection tools and techniques, they help in selecting the appropriate documents for the library, and they guide us in doing this work. Thank you.